Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And today, I have quite some sad news that unfortunately, I think a lot of you guys will be able to relate to, and thus, make sure you watch the whole video and let me know your experience with this down below in the comment section. Now, before we even get into the video though, I want to know if you have ever had trouble purchasing / selling any crypto or specifically XRP. So let me know any of your stories down below. I just really want to get this all so I can make a little bit of a better case. And if you didn't have any experience with that, just put down below if you've tried to buy any XRP in the last couple of weeks. Have you bought any? Yes or no? Put it down below. And the reason I am asking is because there have been a huge increase in exchange faults. So what's basically happening to this specific case right now that I heard from one of my pretty good friends here in the YouTube space? His name is Frank. I'm not going to share your username, not going to share your exact amount of dollars, just because I'm not sure if you want me to cover that. But he told me his story over on Twitter, and I trust him, and I really have grown fond of him in the last couple of years since I've known him for a little while right now. I consider him a good friend. Now, what he told me was he wanted to purchase XRP, so he did that. And he wanted to sell some XRP at 41 cents to then buy it back cheaper at around 37 cents, which is very logical. A lot of people want to take profit on XRP to get back in cheaper and then ride the wave a little bit longer, right? That is completely freaking normal. However, what happened is on bitrue, this is the specific exchange that this happened on, once he sold his XRP for US dollars, after he sold all his other cryptos to go all in on XRP for this time, because again, it was a crazy space, right? The last couple of days have been crazy. All of a sudden, his money got frozen. And yes, we're talking quite a large sum of money. And that's something coming from me, right? Quite a large sum of money just got frozen for, I think it's like 1.5 days or so maybe. So he could not buy or sell any crypto because the exchange, in this case bitrue, decided to freeze his account and all his money. And that, he said to me, has cost him now 3 years of just trading all the time to get higher and better positions. Now not being able to buy XRP for a couple of days after he just sold it all has cost him. Now again, you might be able to say like, oh, but it didn't really cost him because if he didn't buy, he could have just bought later, right? Well, as a lot of the XP community, we bought around the time when everybody was thinking, oh, let's go pump it up, let's go crazy. So what he did, he told me, was he bought when XP was still going amazing at 61 cents. Why? Well, he couldn't get in at 41 and he wanted to ride the wave like a lot of us. And now his average XRP price is 50% higher than it was before, basically just cutting so much from his profit. We all know if he waits, he'll get in profit again. But it's just a very annoying thing to happen in just the span of a couple of days, and he might take this to court, even though I already know a lot of people might be having the same issue, and a lot of people aren't suing because, think about it, Coinbase has messed up a ton of people. I have had at least 100, I could even almost estimate that it's been 1,000 over the last couple of years, but at least 100 this month, from people asking me what is happening to their money over in Coinbase, or what is happening with the exchange faults. Binance is going down. Coinbase has gone down, Uphold has gone down, eToro has gone down, Kraken has gone down. You pick an exchange, it has definitely gone down at some point because of the heavy volatility, the heavy spike in users. Exodus got issues right now for sending XRP. That's again, there's a difference between XRP specific, like we saw in the last couple of days, because right now, eToro couldn't support it anymore. Uphold had issues. I've even seen people say that we could not buy on Uphold for like 10 minutes or so. After the whole ordeal, and then I think they stalled it for another 30 minutes on eToro or something like that, which is pretty damn crazy. But you've also seen this video, I think, from Backup Bradley or Digital Perspectives, of him showing that just a little bit before 8:30, everything got flat. And I've said it before, I don't know for certain whether or not this is just a difficult problem with fiat leak itself, or if this is really just all exchanges all of a sudden stopping it, all the Bitstamp and whatnot. I'm not too sure about that. I still don't have a good conclusion, and I don't think anybody can actually tell me since we are not sure what these exchanges are doing inside, and Fiat Leak has also not given a response. What we do know, however, is that a ton of these exchanges were having issues, first of all, with the amount of users, but also just supporting a coin that we love in this sense for not even that many people, in my opinion. They were just not prepared, potentially, but also they weren't really trying their best, if you're asking me. However, that is all for this XRP specific pump. This goes a little bit further than that, a little bit deeper than that, as I believe most of us have had an issue with an exchange at one point or another where they just messed us up basically. They stopped the trading, or they were too slow with processing your order, basically costing you thousands or hundreds or basically just percentages of money that you definitely should have had. And it's just one little call from me to you to just be careful, because your profit is not only in your competence, it is for a very good part in what exchange you use. And now I'm not going to recommend you guys any exchanges because, well, every one of them has their flaws. And this is not a call to go for one or another exchange. This is just basically be careful. And if one of them has messed you up, really consider going to a different one that has better reviews, personally. Because again, it might not all be your fault that you're losing money. It might really be the exchange, and you're not the only one. And if you're angry with exchanges and you really think you can make a case, put it over on Twitter, because there will be a ton of people who will participate with you if you ever want to make something out of it. Again, I'm not calling up for lawsuits right now. I'm not trying to slander these guys' names. I'm just calling up facts. And I'm saying that a lot of people will have your same experience, and I'm really tired of these exchanges messing us up. There's also a good difference between not being able to handle all the volume because of a sudden spike. With Coinbase, for example, they're pretty big, right? They're pretty big. So, from a perspective that if they all of a sudden get 50 times the volume in 1 minute in comparison to what they normally have, yeah, it was going to maybe cost them a couple $100,000 more to support that for that specific minute. So they weren't prepared for that. I get it. However, I'm also talking about not doing the payments on time, halting money because of some internal affair that they're not telling us about, extremely bad customer support, especially in these heavier times. You would think, hey, you know what? How much does a customer support member cost? Let's say it costs $20 an hour, which is very high. Let's say it costs $20 an hour. You're costing people millions of dollars every second, most likely, of you halting something or getting something annoying going on, because there's most likely billions going through there, right? So you're costing people a lot of freaking money. In total, maybe like $1 million a second in total, what they're losing. So, okay, if you're thinking about that, they get quite a lot of fees from that. Hire some other support members so people can be on these cases at the exact same time. And even if they cannot fix it, they can at least show compassion to the whole issue. They can at least say, hey, we know what's going on. We really are doing our best. And we think an ETA, an estimated time of arrival, is about 25 minutes. So these guys know what they're up against. With Frank here, this story, I think he did not get a reply for like a day or so. And the whole issue took 1.5 days to fix, with I don't think a real good explanation either. So they basically messed him up as well. You should also think from a different perspective. What if he had the money instantly, or if he got some good support saying, hey, you're going to get your money in about 24 hours. He could have planned from there. But mostly what happens is they don't say anything. And then after, let's say, a day or so, you get a reply saying, yeah, please provide all your details. You do that. And then let's say 12 hours or so, you maybe get a response saying they'll look into it. And then maybe a day later, sometimes you actually get this fixed. In that time frame, you could have made the trade of your life, because most often these things happen when you need it the most. And in this case for Frank here, it wasn't even around the time where XRP was really busy. We're talking 1 or 2 days up front. And that's the most annoying, because that means he could have made a lot of profit there if he was a buy and seller, basically. And also, I want to quickly give a little shout out to everybody who said, yeah, I've lost money in this pump and dump. Please understand that I still do not consider the guy a scammer for doing all of this, but if you do think so, that's completely up to you. I personally do not really care. And also, if you said you lost money, if your idea was to buy and sell, then this whole ordeal was not for you, because the idea was to buy and hold, right? And again, that's where the debate comes in. Some people say, yeah, his idea was to buy it up front, make it hypey, and then sell it on asses. If he did that, then it's a scam, yes. But I cannot prove that he did, so I'm just going to keep that neutral. And I also think if you lost the money, your idea was to buy and make profit off of it because of the hype, which meant this whole thing, you just try to play it, so you played yourself in the end. Too bad for you, I don't feel compassion. However, if you lost out on some exchange not allowing you to trade, I'm with you guys, and I'm looking for solutions, so please connect with each other in the comment section. Join Discord, let's talk about it. Let's just talk with others who had the same experience and see if there's something we can do against it, because this is going to cost people money all the time, forever and ever and ever. And there might be a fix for it. I'm not sure what, but there might be. As long as we all come together, there's most likely thousands of people who had this issue. Again, think about it. Is there something we can do? Maybe, maybe not. But I also saw articles like this. Might not be fair what's going on here. might really not be fair. So I just want you guys to all join Discord or just check out on Twitter. Maybe let's start a discussion on there, because I think we have a lot of stuff to discuss here, right? I think we have a lot of stuff to discuss. But that was it for today. Hopefully you also thought about it and you let me know your experience down below. I'm just thinking it's all not really fair what's happening here. It's costing people too much money, and I just wanted to share this sad story because it really hit me. Like, damn, right? That's so freaking annoying. But let me know your experiences down below, and I'll see you guys again in another crypto vid.